Woohoo. Okay. Hello again. I'm back here again. My name is Malin Sebring, and I'm the distribution manager for Beijer Electronics in Sweden. So now I will talk about Beijer Electronics data communication offer. I am not a data communication expert, so please keep that in mind. The person who should have been showing this, he was not able to come, so I will do it. So our data communication offer comes from the company Korenix, which we acquired some years ago, and it's in our group, Beijer Group, together with us and Westermo. And recently, just last week, we also got to know that from 1st of January, it will only be Beijer and Westermo within this Beijer Electronics group. Korenix will be part of Beijer Electronics, so we will be one company. We are active in all of the different industries, so within energy, marine, building automation, water and wastewater, transportation, infrastructure and manufacturing. And why should you choose our products? Yeah, we have the industrial requirements for the switches. We also have the security certificates that you need nowadays, which is IEC 6244342 standards. We also have redundancy and fast recovery. And we also have our fully managed switches, which makes it even better to make a secure network. And these are our products. We have the JetNet switches, which is unmanaged and managed switches. We have the JetWave product, which is our wireless products, Wi-Fi and LoRa and 4G. We also have industrial computers, media converters, and we offer a 5-year warranty for all of these products. The latest news we have is our 52100 series, and this is we have more options for power over Ethernet, and we also have the option to have 90 watts power. Our products are very flexible. We have power over Ethernet options or not power over Ethernet. You can have ports from 8 ports up to 16 ports. We have multiple cybersecurity. We also have high fiber ports, and we have this option for 90 watts. We have our own factory in Taiwan where we design our products. And we have very minimal quality problems. These are our different certificates which we have for the different segments. And here you can see for the roadside we have EMC industrial standard, NEMA TS1 and 2. We have the railway standards. We also have the vehicle standards, EMARC and IT for PT. We have EMC and C1D2 for petrochemicals, and we have IEC and IEEE standards for power feeding. We have our products everywhere. For solar power in the military, airports, elevators, highways, lots of tunnels, especially in Spain. And what are our key features for our cybersecurity? Yeah, cybersecurity is more and more important since we have more and more devices connected to the internet. and therefore we need the IEC 6244342 certificate, which we have. We are also able to have MAC filtering to whitelist the devices that are connected to the network. We have IP filtering so that we control the out and inbound data. We also have possibility to have different access levels for users, which makes it very difficult to hack. So we are preventing both logical and physical access to the network. So, key features for the wireless. We have 3 different options for wireless connectivity, and that is LoRa, which you use for longer distances. We also have Wi-Fi for short to middle distances, and we have 4G if we don't have access to any Wi-Fi. And these are different products. You can have Wi-Fi, you can have 4G, you can have 4G and Wi-Fi, and you can have LoRa. And they are also available for indoor and outdoor uses. Or indoor or outdoor, or indoor and outdoor. And what is so good about Power over Ethernet? Yeah, first of all, we have Power over Ethernet, and we have the option to have from 15 watts power output up to 90 watts. And we also have the rugged hardware, which is needed in the industry. So you can't have any switch with Power over Internet in the industry. You need special devices. And here I just added this one again, because here you can see where we have the Power over Ethernet for our products. We have Power over Ethernet for many, and we will have more and more. If you have Power over Ethernet, you can schedule to turn off and on the power devices, so you can save energy. You can also control the output power output, so that if a power device is malfunctioning, you will prevent the overconsumption. We also have an embedded thermal sensor in some of our switches, which prevents us from having a complete power out. So if the switch is overheated, you can schedule so that some ports are less important than others, and the less important ports will have less power, and you will focus on the most important power outputs to have the most important power device running. And we also have a power device keep alive check, which the switch is checking the power device constantly to see if the power device is on or off. And if it's malfunctioning, it will restart the Ethernet port. And the power device will restart and potentially start up and work again. We also have redundancy, which is very important. So we have the multiple super ring, which makes it possible if one switch is broken down, another will take over, and that will be done extremely fast. So we have a 5 millisecond failure recovery and a 0 millisecond link restoration time. We also have the virtual router redundancy protocol, which, as you can see here, if a switch also turns off, the transmission can find another way to still work, and you will get your data. We also have internet access redundancy with modules 4G, LTE, and Wi-Fi. And we have support for power redundancy, where you have two power supplies. So if one is lost, you still have power. We also have dual radio for wireless redundancy. So if one Wi-Fi connection is lost, you still have another. So if you have 5G connection as the primary connection, and that gets lost, you instead will get the 2.4G connection, which is slower, but it's still running. And here I have some application example. So if you need access in a local network, if you're in a factory, a very good combination is to use our Box 2 gateways together with a PLC and HMI, and you can have the data converted and transformed to OPC UA. And this you can do with our JetWave products, which is the Wi-Fi product. And if you need connection from outside of the network, via cloud, for example, you can have the 4G connection and connect it to the Box 2, to the machine. What's also really good is that we can support from 16 to 24 cameras per Ethernet per switch, and in this case there are 24 cameras times 4 in the same network, and that is managed because we have the high-speed fiber optics. And here is if go into energy application, as I said before, you need some special certificates, and here we have the IEC 61850 energy protocol, and this is needed to prevent disturbances like thunder. And in this case you can use a JetNet 4508 isolated and a rack mounted JetNet 6820i GF with fiber installation. And with this you will have a really secure installation. And then we have the power backup system for hospitals, for example, where hospitals are really it's really important for them to keep the power. So if you lose the power, it will have a backup system, and you can use a diesel generator instead. And if you have any questions, you can come to me afterwards and I will find out your questions. This is a real case in Sweden. It's the water and irrigation, water treatment system where I come from. Here we use all of our products. They had a really old system from 1972 and they needed to make it more modern, and they needed to have remote access to the different sites. And this was created with our JetNet, the new switch, 5248G, and JetNet 5020G, and also our next to compact controllers and X2 Pro. And if you want to see more about this, you can check on our home site. We have a film from this one. And in Denmark, we have a LoRa application where they needed to connect also remotely to the different stations, and they needed a really long distance connection, so they used our LoRa switch. And for onboard surveillances, we have many different cases. What is good is that we can, to save power on the bus, for example, Yeah, so if the power of the bus is turned off, the engine is turned off, and the battery is still running to keep all of the displays running, our switch will turn off after a while to save the battery from running out. And here we have also many different certificates that you need. And for this case, this is in Malmö, where I'm from, in Sweden, and I've been in these buses many times. My son asked the other day if, "Are we being watched, Mom?" Because he said he saw the camera. And I said, yes, and it's because of us. It's because of Beijer Electronics, because we made the system. So in these buses we have Wi-Fi. So when I'm in the bus, I can connect to the Wi-Fi, and they can see me. And also they have this infotainment displays, so you can see where you are and which is your next station, when you will arrive, and there is also some news and quizzes to make it more fun. And here we have the EMAF certificate to be able to do it, and we also have multicasting to show on the different display in the bus at the same time. And here is a case from a tunnel with lots of different cameras and switches, but this is a very common use for our switches. Many tunnels and toll stations. And to make this happen, of course, we have our support that will help with the pre-sales and after-sales and the support if there is any trouble. And here you can see when we're out with customers and helping them. That's it from me. Obrigada.